There we go. Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. What up, you mother suckers? Welcome. Bienvenue. Come on in. The water's fine. Thank you for being here. Make sure you go to mygreengear.com. And JerichoGreen.net is undergoing an overhaul. I brought the professionals in. We're going to update my website, make it all nice and pretty. I think every year or so, you got to do something to it. So it's definitely time for an upgrade, and it is happening. So I appreciate you guys checking that shit out. When it's done, I invite you to go over there, clickety-clack, and become a member. Also, on JerichoGreen.net, I think my favorite thing on there is exclusive videos you will only find there. Nowhere else, no other platform, YouTube, Insta, nothing. That's the only place you will find those videos. And okay, covered that. mygreengear.com. And check out the check out the thumbnail. That is Mr. Alec Baldwin, famed actor, thespian. And maybe he's some other lesbians. I don't know. But he's finally being charged, and he is being charged with hold on, let me get it right. It's manslaughter. But I'd have to type shit. Alec Baldwin trending now. Involuntary manslaughter. And we're going to find out exactly what that means. What does involuntary manslaughter? Now, of course, involuntary means you didn't mean to do it. But what does manslaughter mean? And there was no intent there, which is probably why he's being charged with that and not homicide or first, second, or third degree murder. But definitely some negligence. Definitely, did he go into that situation saying, I want to kill someone or I want to kill this woman? I'll say no. But there are reports of people on set who repeatedly told him, don't point that thing at people. You need to be more careful. And he was kind of like, I know what I'm doing. The famous last words, I know what I'm doing. So there was definitely negligence to the highest degree. And if you know anything about guns, which I believe he claimed to, you don't point it at anybody, ever. You do not point it at any living thing that you don't want to kill. You don't do that. Even if you know that thing's empty. You took all the bullets out. You know how many bullets are in your magazine. You know only one goes in the chamber. You took all those bullets out. You can even count them. I got all the bullets right there. Nothing in the gun. You put the slide back. You look down the barrel, the back of it, not the front like this. You look down the barrel. You put your thumb in the magazine. Well, all that stuff. There are no bullets in this gun. You still treat it like there are. You still treat it like somebody handed you the gun and you don't know the history of it. You don't know if it's loaded or not, so treat it like it is. And the number one thing you do not do is point that at a living creature, especially a human. You don't muzzle people. When somebody goes like this with a gun, they point a gun at you, that's called muzzling you. Hey, and they turn around with the gun, everybody ducks down. You don't do that kind of stupid shit. And there are people on set who are willing to testify. What do you think they're going to testify to? So we're going to talk about that shit. Shout out to my man Ivan, popping that super chat cherry. Thank you, man. He says, thanks for everything, Jericho. And I thank you. Thank you for being here. If you're not here, I'm not here. Teamwork. Who else? Who else is all up in this super chat thing? Dookie J Nukem, excuse me. Dookie J Nukem, thank you. What episodes of Double Impact are you on? I can't find any of them, or am I not looking at the right podcast? You may not be looking at the right podcast, but I will fix that, Dookie J Nukem. Don't you worry about that. Don't worry about it. Got you. Pull this up, pull up the page. Pull up my page. Boom. Okay, let me look up I'll find Gabe's page right there. Let's see. Go to his page. Bam. All right, so you go. I can't remember what my first one was that I did with them, but let's see. All the time when I was a kid. Okay, I think the first one I did with them, yeah, was no, it wasn't Hard to Kill. I believe it was Marked for Death. And that's going back 5 months ago. So if you go under here, I'll put a link to that. There we go. I'll get a link to the first video that I did with them, and then that'll take you to the right page. But yeah, I've been on there for 5 months. We've done quite a few movies, some good ones too. I appreciate you looking into that. So here it goes. Bam. So I just put the link in there of the first movie that I did with them, and that will take you to the correct page, Mr. Newcomb. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Two Phones Jumping says, Raider Nation, fool. Hey, fucker. Nah, this Raiders por vida, eh? Por vida. Hoser, thank you. Yeah. Happy that prick gets what he deserves. I mean, he should. You got witnesses who are going to testify. I mean, everybody with ears and eyes knows what the hell happened. Mopar girl, thank you very much, and I thank you for sending my son some snacks. He really appreciates that. He's Mr. His nickname is I'm hungry. Dad, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Dad, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, Dad. Dad, I'm hungry. You would think that was my name. Dad, I'm hungry. So yeah, he'll love that. Thank you. She says, please do a Valley Girl. Like, yeah. I'll try. Like, right now I can't. Like, I can't even do it right now. How do you spell can't? It's Cyant. Can't. I fucking can't right now. I'm the hard girl. Like, no. Ugh. Top 3 most annoying accents, or whatever you want to call that, in the world. Creole lady, what up? Lord German Husbando, happy birthday to you. Thank you for the Hamilton. Sup, JG? Both Mandy Westcott and I have a birthday today. Oh, I didn't know it was a double B day. Could you shout us out with a Schwarzenegger birthday song? Oh, my goodness, song. Ooh. I mean, it is your birthday. It is your birthday. And I thank you both for being here on your birthday. You guys could be out doing anything. You're here with me. Hey, how about this, though? When I sing happy birthday, I won't forget your name. How about that? I won't forget your name. Who did that? Who recently forgot somebody's name that they were singing happy birthday to? Guys, listen here. Come on, get in here. It's their birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, both of you. Thank you for being here. Happy birthday, dear LGHN Mandy. Happy birthday to both of you. Thank you. Come on. There's a birthday in here. That's how it's done, Sloppy Joe. That's how you sing happy birthday to somebody or somebody's and that's how you don't forget their name. Especially when it was your idea to sing happy birthday. My goodness. Captain Tight Pinkman, you damn right. God, that guy was governor of California. Not once. Twice. And he was the worst. Well, take that back. Look who we have now. Careful what you wish for. But yeah, he was bad. Arnold was real bad. Even though he was the last Republican we had, not a good one. Brian Shoemaker, thank you very much. Happy B-Day, Biden style on MLK. Oh, man. What a nightmare that was. And I got another nugget from that fool. Because remember, one of his favorite things to say is, I was raised in a black church. Mm-hmm. Isn't that what he tells us? I was raised in the black church. Chris Brandon says, Raiders for life, fucker. Hey, fuck you, eh? You don't like the Raiders? I don't like you, fool. That's all right. I ain't worried about the Raiders. They're no threat. J954, thank you. Do you think Fetterman has a B-Day party for Neck Buddy? He has to. You can't pull that shit. You can't have both birthdays at the same time. Fetterneck gets his, and Neck Buddy gets his. Happy birthday to you, Neck Buddy. Of course they get their separate birthday parties. They're two separate people. Oh, thank you, of course. Thank you, John Fetterman. Yeah, you're welcome, Neck Buddy. What kind of cake do you want? Oh, John. That's Neck Buddy's voice. Neck Buddy's taking all the brain power. That's why he's so sophisticated. Dave Stanley. Alec Baldwin was also a producer on set. He should have made sure of safety. He failed. That's right. You're the producer. You're the one in charge. You're supposed to make sure that everything goes off without a hitch. You're supposed to make sure that no one gets shot. You're supposed to make sure that everything goes smoothly. Director, you got to be doing his job. Everybody on set. You shouldn't be the dumbass walking around with a gun like, hey, what do you guys want to do for lunch? Stupid ass. Stupid ass. And I also want to know if there are any law enforcement folks out there. I know we have Nico Giorgio or anybody else, maybe on the lawyer end of things. Why did it take so long? Over a year later, why did it take so long for them to draw up charges for him? Were they getting their evidence and building their case? Is that normal? Can it normally take up to a year for a involuntary manslaughter case for someone to be charged? I don't know. You tell me. You know? Brian Shoemaker, thank you again. JG, who is Valver that Biden called on a B-Day? I think it was I don't know. I can't remember what he said. It was it's hard for me. It's hard for me to speak oatmeal brain, but it was Martin Luther King's daughter-in-law. His son's wife is who he was singing happy birthday to. Voluntarily, by the way. You know, my wife, she has a rule. When it's someone's birthday, we sing happy birthday. Happy. And then he went on. You know? Angry Fat Boy, 1776. Yeah, me too. JJ, have you ever thought about doing stand-up comedy? I think you are hilarious. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for being here. I've thought about it, but not seriously. That's what you mean. But it's like, it was in my head a couple times. Samuel Jameson, Fern, says Alec hates guns. Therefore, he should have armed himself with a fucking banana when he had the chance. Yeah, I mean, I understand you not liking something, but you still have to handle it properly. When you have a gun, just because you don't like it doesn't mean you could treat it in that manner. You still give it the respect it demands. It's a gun. It can take a human life, stupid. That's why you treat it as it's loaded at all times. Rex Rocker, nobody sings me happy birthday. Have you ever asked Rex? Huh? Did you ever say, hey, somebody sing happy birthday to me? I bet you somebody will. Says, LOL, I'm 43. You're a year older than me, Rex. We're like the same age, man. Anthony DeRosa, that's right. It could shoot me arm off. He shot my arm off. RIP to that old man. As you guys know, if you were here, he recently died. So shout out to him. JJ Finnegan says, I think Jericho should have to wear a Cowboys jersey on Monday after they stomp the dog tar out of the 49ers. Well, good thing about this, JJ Finnegan, is that it's my platform, and I will never put on a fucking Cowboys jersey. That's the same thing as somebody taking a t-shirt and soaking it in piss. I'm talking asparagus piss. And then putting it on. Same thing. I would never. There's no fucking way I would ever put that shit on. I don't care what happens. Rex Rocker says, I was kidding. Also, I don't want it. Oh, you're gonna get it. You taking this happy birthday song, Rex. Oh, you're gonna take it. Yeah, somebody brought that up to me as a bet. I wouldn't take it. There's no way. Ingrid De La Rosa says, I'm going to be 45 in July. Well, happy birthday to you, you new American citizen. What are you going to do? Do something crazy. This is your first birthday as a U.S. citizen. Do something you've never done before. Maybe something you've never done before, but you've always wanted to do. You know, let's make it special. This is the first one. You don't get your first back, Ingrid. You don't get it back. So it's your first birthday as a U.S. citizen. What you gonna do? And it's in July. Is it around the 4th? That's right. Ivan Adams, 9mm will remove a lung. It'll blow the lung right out of your body, just the lung. So you have a lung-sized hole. You know, in the cartoons where they go through the wall and the wall is the same exact same shape as them. That's what happens with the lung, right out the back, lung shape hole. It's crazy. You guys might not have seen that, but that's what he told us. So I believe him. Oh, here we go. Guys, we got another hater alert. Hater alert. What's this motherfucker right here? Here we go. Jericho Green regurgitates Nazi rhetoric from 4chan. Stop watching this dumbass. I've never watched 4chan. I'm not even 100% sure on what that is. I know it's like some conspiracy type dudes or something. I don't know. But I've never watched them. Regurgitates Nazi rhetoric. Like what? Now, don't get scared and run off, BR. Don't run off. Don't light the match and run before it explodes in your face. Don't fucking run away. You made the allegation. Now you stay here and deal with it. Regurgitates Nazi rhetoric. Tell me one piece of Nazi rhetoric that I've ever regurgitated. And then he says, you're so dumb you don't even see it. Come on, man. That's a ridiculous fucking rebuttal. Come on. Tell me one thing I've said that's Nazi rhetoric. And hurry up, too. I don't got time for this shit. Come on, BR. I'm waiting. I'm holding up this live stream just for you. It's probably the kindest thing someone has ever done for you. So let's hear it. Don't waste your opportunity. You got 461 people in here. We're going to listen to what you have to say. So don't make it dumb. What is one piece of Nazi rhetoric I've regurgitated? Please tell me. I'm waiting. Not only me, hundreds of people are waiting for you, BR. What are you going to do with your opportunity? Usola Curry? Please forgive me if I said that wrong. 4chan is full of emo pandas, furry, and girl boy pedos. Well, I've definitely never been there. Doesn't sound like my crowd. BR, are you a furry? Let me go back and look. Did I miss it? BR. Brett Hyatt says, JG, you're a kind Nazi. Thank you for that. Thank you for telling me I'm a kind Nazi, Brett. I've always tried to be one of the nice Nazis, not the mean one sending everybody to the concentration camps. I try to be nice Nazi. Thank you for noticing. BR, hurry up, man. BR, you're wasting my fucking time. Chozo Go says he's probably a fan of Cirrus, that YouTuber that made a video on Jericho, LMAO. Oh, who's that, fool? Is that the one who said when I was talking about the Ku Klux trans member that was Man of the Year? Somebody made a video and they were saying, guys, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you guys provide a safe space and a bosom for me to cry into. This person made a video. I don't want to assume his gender, sounded like a guy. And he was saying bad things and saying I was misogynistic, and it was really hurtful. So that really hurt. It cut deep. Not gonna cry. Oh, that was the one, Chozo Ghost. Thank you. Yeah, I saw that shit. All right, BR. Guess he's gone. No BR. Man, that's what happens. These motherfuckers get in here, talk shit. You put the spotlight on them, and they're like, oh, is this thing on? What a jackass. V Intuitive, Biden rat. That's what BR stands for. Weak. Sweet Mama G, booty rest. Oh man. Baby Rod. That's what it stands for. Baby Rod. BR has a baby dick. BR has a baby dick. BR has a baby dick. Oh man. Nico Giorgio. He says BR just won Salesman of the Year award for selling the most solar panels in the Bronx. Was he neck and neck with Fernando? All right, one more time. I'm gonna scan the comments for BR. Anybody let me know if I missed it, but I don't see anything from BR, from Baby Rod. All right. Mike Herrera says he's a baby back bitch. All right, that's it. Another troll vanquished. Get back under that bridge, you fucking troll. I bet you BR is one of those kids who breastfed till he was like 6. He was talking to his mom while he was sucking on her titty. Gross. It's too bad. We could have had some fun. Anyway, so Baldwin, he's finally getting charged. Took a while, but it's happening. Then we have, all you ladies out there. Any ladies out there who have been dying to show their tits on Instagram or Facebook, or is it Meta now? Was it now? Meta? I don't know. But whatever it's called, Instagram, or I'm sorry, Facebook or Meta, whatever, and Instagram, you can show your titties now, ladies. Yeah. You were thinking, man, where's another place I can show these bad boys? Where's another platform that I can show these fun bags? Huh? Well, Instagram and Facebook. Hold on, guys. Producer. What's up, man? Yes, I just told him women can show their titties on the gram and Facebook. What do you mean not real women? What other kind of women are there? Ku Klux, wait a minute. Ku Klux trans women can show their titties on Instagram, show their nipples on Instagram and Facebook, but that doesn't make any sense. If trans women are real women, then real women should be able to. All right, man, this shit's confusing. Bye. I'm sorry, guys. Apparently, women, like women, you know, the ones who were born that way, who had no who put no aftermarket parts on, they can't do that. Only trans women can show their titties, show their nipples. Ugh. Woo! Only they can show their titties on Instagram and Facebook. Ashley Stowers, that's disgusting. She says trans girls gone wild. Oof. Adam N, great question. Can trans men be topless? because that would be a woman who's transitioning into being a man, right? But would they keep him? Do they like just tape him down, or would they have cut him off and thrown him in the garbage before they become a man? Like, I don't even know. This shit's too confusing. But what I do know is if you're a man who wants to be a woman, you can show your titties. So maybe what's his name? Jenner? Bruce? Kate? I don't know. But the dude that the Kardashians fucked up. Him. He got some titties. So he's gonna go on the gram and show you his titties. Oh man, this is ugh. But if trans women are women, then why can't women show their titties? Help me out here. Heidi Booth, Kardashians fuck every man up. True, but I think he got the worst of it. Lamar Odom, he just smoked some crack. He got off easy. Look what they did to Bruce Jenner. They said, hey, give him the works. Man. So, but you know, anytime you have to preface it with trans should just mean fake. Because if you have to say it's a trans woman, it's a trans man. But if a trans woman is a woman, then why you got to say trans before that shit? Then just say a woman. But you know it's not a woman. You know this is bullshit. Because then you're crossing over into some other shit. And man, anyway, we'll get into that. That's very confusing. It shouldn't be. This group can show their titties, and this group can't. But that's how it was. Anyway. Anywho. And again, like I mentioned before, Biden, we found another nugget. We sift through the diarrhea that was his sermon, and we found you another shining peanut from that bullshit. Oh, man, it's a good one. Remember, raised in a black church. The Loyal Goose, I'm dying of laughter right now. Well, don't die. We need you here. Bring it back. Reel it back in, the Loyal Goose. Reel it. And Mayor Cracker Ass, do you know who that is? Who is the mayor that got on a hot mic and said, when I was a cop, I used to keep my foot in those crackers' ass. I used to kick those crackers' asses. Beans 1170. What up? Scary Harry Flanagan. I'll peek at some titties. You go ahead, man. You go ahead. Who was that mayor? What mayor said, when I was a cop, I was kicking those crackers' ass? Huh? J954. Hold on. J954, thank you again. He says, you got to smash one Ugandan Nightmare or Big Mike. Ooh, well, that's easy. I got to go with the Ugandan Nightmare because the Ugandan Nightmare does not have a penis. But can I bring duct tape to put over her mouth? Because nothing is going to make the blood go away from your penis more than gah, 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 gah. So as long as we can somehow silence that, I think I could get through it if I had to. But that's easy. Ugandan Nightmare, because there's no dick there. Thank you for asking. Brian King B. Falcon, kicking off the play behavior. Of course. Who else would it be? Huh? He says, this is ridiculous and not the way you're supposed to spell ridiculous. I expected it from other people, but not you, Brian King B. Careless says he'd smash Kamala just cuz. Okay. You might be a little young for her. I don't know how old you are, but you might be a little young for her. She does like him. She does like the silver fox. So I don't know if you're old enough, man, but you go ahead and try. Matt Plummer says you better get 23-inch Gorilla Tape. Dude, I don't even know. I think her gaga can cut through anything. I think that shit can cut through stone. We'll see. But anyway, Mayor Cracker's ass. And that, by the way, that's Mayor Adams of New York City. New York City, he said something that was but even somebody of his ilk, he said something unbelievably stupid. No bullshit. He said something hey, it's not a joke. It's not hyperbole. He said something unbelievably stupid about the border crisis. And not even that. He's stupid. It's a lie, obviously. But the nerve. The nerve. We'll start with that. So what did Mayor Cracker ass? I love calling him that. What did Mayor Cracker's ass have to say? Sweet Dick Malone. I love crackers. Me too, man. Let's see. Oh, we'll get back to you, Alec Baldwin. I wish I knew more about computers. Inbox. Okay, let's see. Here we go. What that little racist son of a bitch have to say? What could he say that is so stupid? Here, I'll tell you. Eric Adams leads U.S. mayors to demand Biden take action on the immigration crisis. Even though you're a sanctuary city, you're providing a safe haven for the people coming through that border, but you want the border, you want it all sealed up. Okay. Yeah, so there were some mayors that went down to the border. What a waste of time. What a waste of money. What a waste of resources. You don't need to go down there. You got the internet. You know what the fuck's going on. But he says, just a few days ago, I was in El Paso to see for myself the asylum seeker crisis. You're already with the bullshit. Asylum seeker my ass. Affecting our border states and our entire nation, Adams said during his remarks. What I saw was not a state problem or a city problem. It is a national problem driven by global forces impacting regular people. There's too much bullshit in that sentence for me to deal with. But that's not the stupid thing that he said. Oh, man, but we'll get to it. Hold on. Every attempt to deal with immigration on a national level through legislation has been sabotaged. That's true. Mostly by right-wing opposition. That's not true. And cities are bearing the brunt of this failure. So because they failed, you had to turn your city into a sanctuary city? Okay. Adams notably made no call for the U.S. to enact policies that might stem the flow of illegal immigration, calling only for more programs that might help cities deal with the influx. Don't attack the problem. Just create programs. Oh, if you think they like the word diversity or inclusion and all that kind of stuff, or racist and Hitler, you think those are their favorite words? That's true, they are. But another one of their favorites is programs. Because what does that mean? Programs means funding. Programs could mean buildings. You got to have a place to put these people in the program. There has to be a somewhere along this path to getting these programs, they have to come in physical contact with people because you got to get the help in this program to them. So they come to you. What I used to see, because I lived in a sanctuary city, I live in a sanctuary state, the most sanctuary state ever. So in this town, Salinas, I used to live in, you would see there were certain places right off of North Main Street at the Quadrangle. If you're from there, you know what I'm talking about. That's where you have a lot of the welfare offices and county offices. And out there, you would see all these illegals lined up to get phones, to get dental, medical care, get their kids in school, all these programs, free phones, all these programs to help them. Well, these programs cost money. And what happens when money starts floating around? What happens when they pop the top on that cookie jar? Hands. So if you got money floating around for programs, no oversight. The federal government's not going to keep track of this shit. They're giving it to one of their cronies, one of their homeboys, the mayor of New York City. That means we can get to skimming. We can get to skimming off the top. It's a, what do they call it? It's a conspiracy. It's a racket. Federal government and these shitty mayors. We keep the borders wide open. We keep the illegals coming to your cities, and we keep the money flowing to your programs. Ooh, but here's the dumb part. Remember I told you? He said something unbelievably stupid. He said, the article says, Adams also reiterated his call for Biden to appoint a national czar to handle the immigration crisis. I'm going to read that to you one more time. Adams, as in Mayor Eric Adams, also reiterated his call for Biden to appoint a national czar to handle the immigration crisis. You ever felt yourself get a cavity? I just felt myself get one because that sentence that I just read was too damn sweet. If you read this sentence 3 times in a row, you will get type 2 diabetes because it's too sweet. No way he said that. No way he just said that. No way he let those words escape the hole under his nose. The article goes on to say, Biden appointed Vice President Kamala Harris as his border czar in 2021. We're in 2023, dog. That's 2 years ago that very thing you talked about was done. So if you appointed somebody to handle a problem and 2 years later they've made no progress, what does that say about that person? They're not doing their job. And what does it say about you if you allow them to stay around? You're not doing yours. So is he that out of touch with national politics that he did not know that we have a border czar? We've had one for 2 years. What does that tell you, Eric, Mayor Cracker's ass? What does it tell you about the czar that's been appointed on a national level? She's been there. That's how ineffective she is. You don't even realize it. She's an appendix. She's tonsils. You can do without her. Remove her, and there would be no difference. She's been doing the very job you talked about for 2 years. I couldn't believe that. Now, I can read the sentence a third time because I didn't do it in a row back to back, so I won't get type 2. But Adams also reiterated his call for Biden to appoint a national czar to handle the immigration crisis. Been there, done that. You're so 2021, Eric. Holy shit. Can you believe that motherfucker said that? How stupid. How stupid can you be? Whew. I don't think they're done. They haven't maxed out their stupid yet. My goodness gracious. He said, you know what? We should appoint somebody on a national level to take care of this. Hey, Eric, 2021 is calling. They said, pick up the line, you jackass. We already did that. David Brohawk Williams, what's up, man? He says, got your ass, Alex. Got you, bitch. Hey, you know what, David? My mom was visiting the other day, and we were talking about Bass Reeves. And because somebody she knew they were from there or something, and she was talking to me about it, and I told her, of course, hey, I know somebody who's got something to do with Bass Reeves. So yeah, man, and shoot me an email so we can get that shit started. My calendar is clear. Holidays are over. Let's do it. But we got some supers in here to deal with, people. Bam, Creole lady. Look at you with your Twompsky self. Thank you very much. She says, pause, because I had to stop what I was doing. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. That motherfucker said, you know what? We need somebody on a national level, a czar, if you will, to handle this. These people. Which one is it? There's no way he's been paying attention to anything if he just said that. And we've had that dumb for 2 years in that very position. How does that happen? Secretary, not sure. Thank you. Programs like free healthcare, free school, free housing. Oh, those. Yeah, they work great for them, horrible for us. Well, somebody's got to pay for it. Somebody's got to pay for it. It's not like they would deport these people. send them back where they came from. So there's no one here to have to pay for in the first place. If these people are not here, then we can't pay for them. And what's funny is the countries that these people come from, if they catch an illegal in their country, guess what happens to them? Deported immediately. Here we are. Come on in, play with me. Beans 1170. Thank you. Thank you so much for all you do. Hope you are having a great day. I am so far, Beans. Hope you are too. Hope I'm helping to make your day better. Can I get them on? Because when I get to, if I don't share the screen, I'm reading an article or something. I can't see the supers that are coming in. So do my best. Hostess Eagle. Hope I said that right. Thank you for the Hamilton. Appreciate that. My man, Jay Reason. What up? Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for the Hamilton. He says, I got to get you on Sunday morning. The Dallas fans have been going wild, bro. Hey, Jay Reason. My email is JerichoGreen26. I'm about to give you the wrong one. JerichoGreen2018 at gmail.com. JerichoGreen2018 at gmail.com. You get me on there, man. I'll be more than happy to come through. And don't worry, if your platform is, the language is cleaner, I get that vibe from you. I can do that. I'll clean it up. I know how to, you can take me anywhere. I know how to act in front of company. But yeah, if you want to have me on there, for sure, let me know. I'll do it. Most definitely, man. I appreciate your support here. Shoot me an email and we will get this shit going. Few things in life bring me more pleasure than talking shit about the Cowboys. Oh, man. The Niners are going to get in that ass like a bike with no seat. Are you kidding me? And I love how the national media, of course, it's Dallas, all on their nuts. Ooh, yeah, but Brock Purdy, he can't do it. He's a rookie. Okay. Brian Shoemaker, thank you again. Why czar? We aren't Russian or communist. And I've said that before, man. What's his name? The first time I ever heard that from a politician was back when Bush was president. And he appointed some kind of czar. I don't like that. That is Russian. That is communist. That's not American. What do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about? Czar. I don't like that. That's not how we roll. That's not our language. We don't use czar. No, fuck that. I don't like that. But call her whatever you want. She ain't there. But I don't like that word. No, I don't. Let's see. Yes, hit that like button, like and sub and like. Himabah Chris. Yeah, 49ers getting in that cold chamber. We're going to get in that stinker. It's over. Dallas is going to have to ride home on sitting on donuts. You know them hemorrhoid donuts? As soon as they get on the plane, they're just going to hand them donuts because they got that ass whooped. Rob, what up, man? Oh, what's up, man? Thanks for being here, all of you. All you mother suckers. So, one of the dumbest comments ever. We got that out of the way. And today I'll be doing a video about Derek Chauvin. Yes, the Derek Chauvin, the one involved in the Patriot Saint of fentanyl George Floyd case. He's appealing his conviction because he says he didn't get a fair trial. Let's go ahead and file that under no shit. I agree. So I'll do a video on that one. Call that a standalone video. Eric Schultz, Jericho Green, since you own your own business, does that make you a bizarre? I am bizarre, but I'm not a bizarre. Oh, shoot. Got another Twomsky up in this piece. Thank you, miss. Robin Girl, boss, badass. Uh-oh. Respect that. Thank you for the Twomsky. Biden still wants to cancel student debt. Cancel mine, please. I don't know if he's got the memo, but nobody wants to do that shit. And what does it do? What does it say to people what about people who have paid their student debt? It's just, oh, too bad. We're in the middle of paying it. Oh, too bad. Rex Rocker, can Biden cancel my mortgage? Yeah, what's next? You're gonna move on to that? You're gonna cancel people's fucking mortgages? And all this shit has strings attached. Nothing but strings. All this shit has strings attached. Hell no. I don't want no parts of that shit. But more government involvement is bad. They can't do nothing right. So if somebody couldn't make pancakes, are you going to have them be your head chef at a 5-star restaurant? No, because they can't handle the little shit. So why would you give them big shit? God, our government's stupid. Joyce Decker, Jericho, did you see Geraldo saying the AR and AR-15 stands for assault rifle? What a fucking idiot. Shame on the Armalite rifle company. Shame on you. Shame on you for making a really cool looking gun. Because that's what a Geraldo, Mr. I'm on TV, you dumbass. AR and AR-15. I know you hate them, those big black rifles. They're big and black. I bet you if they painted the AR-15 white, the Democrats wouldn't have a problem with them. But the AR and AR-15 stands for Armalite Rifle. Because that was the name of the company who made it. How stupid of them to name a product after the name of the company. That doesn't stand for assault rifle, you idiot. I know it makes you feel good. I know it makes you go when you're alone in your bed and helps you fall asleep at night. But that's not what AR stands for, you dipshit. But there are people out there, tons and tons of people, who will hear that and believe it. AR, or assault rifle, makes sense. Armor light, excuse me. Yeah, that's right. Armor. I don't know what I call it. Armor light. Armor light. Thank you, Bam Bam Bigelow. There's tons of people who will do no research on that. Geraldo, he's on the TV. He said it's true. Case closed. And when you tell them it stands for Armor Light Rifle, no. What else am I supposed to do? They need to start making bulletproof vests out of stupidity because that shit can't be penetrated. It can't. You can't get through stupidity. I need to start a company where I make bulletproof vests out of stupidity. Because it's impenetrable. You can't get in there. It's pew. Secretary, not sure. Thank you again. AK must mean another killing. Sure. Sure. Makes sense. Oh, man. My goodness. What the hell's wrong with these people? And Geraldo, he's been on TV forever. He has built a level of, I'll believe what you say. Right? That makes sense. Now, from this moment forward, I will never believe him again. Not that I have before, but I'll make sure that I don't. But what an idiot. What a dumbass. Golly, man, come on, dog. You've been on TV forever. You're an older man. You're supposed to know better. You're supposed to get out there and say no stupid shit like that. So that tells you he did no research. He doesn't. He probably heard that from someone else. That's right, Ingrid De La Rosa. Ridiculo. Come on, man. Eric Schultz, AR, all racist. Oh, man. What is wrong with these people? You got on TV and said that out loud with a straight face, and you didn't say, oh, I'm just kidding, right after? You didn't say, oh, I'm just playing with you. If you said that right, I'd be like, oh, you're funny, Geraldo. You're funny. Patrick Mosier says someone needs to throw another chair at him. I remember that shit. They had the Nazis on that episode. He had a bunch of like skinheads and shit on there. And I think some black folks were up there too, and they got the tossing shit, and he got his nose broken. Remember the next episode, he had the big old bandage over his nose and shit. I was like, whoa, this is pre Jerry Springer and shit, before we were all desensitized to all this crazy shit. But To see him, get his nose broke like that was crazy. Oh, I just got shout out to my man Christian. He says, your boy Biden is over here in Capitola today. People are losing their minds. I saw 2 people waving to his helicopter as it went over. Ridiculous. Hey, my man Christian, he works for a company I used to work for. And if you don't know where Capitola is near Santa Cruz. Yeah, dude, that's Santa Cruz. And that's where they make granola-headed dirt fuckers. The closer you get to Santa Cruz, you're like, what the fuck is that smell? The patchouli oil, the dreads, the hippie. That's where they make granola-headed dirt fuckers in Santa Cruz. And Capitola is like, I don't know, what do you say, 15 minutes from there? Something like that. It's a couple exits. It's one of the exits right before you get into Santa Cruz. I think it's Soquel. Hold on. Aptos, Soquel, Capitola, Santa Cruz, some in that order. But Capitola is not too far from Santa Cruz, and Capitola is saturated in leftists. And they're probably waving to us a helicopter. Do you know who that is? Do you know what he's done to us, you fucking idiots? Oh, I imagine it's probably the people where he worked in the building, everything. They were probably oh man, I'm so glad I'm not with that company anymore. That shit. I'd have to leave the building. I couldn't deal with that bullshit. It's Biden. Stupid. I'll text him back after the live. If you're watching, Christian, what's up, man? Shout out to you, the wife and kids. Of course. I had no idea he was in California today. Maybe that's why everybody kept their kids inside. I was wondering why they were doing that. So stupid. Oh yeah, make sure you look out for that video I'm doing about Derek Chauvin. Oh, and of course, let's get to this little nugget he gave us. Biden, he gave us a nugget. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy this nug. Dude, nice nug, bro. Nice nug. Idiot. Maybe we should get a czar on a national level to take care of this stuff. You think? You think? Okay. All right, Mr. Black Church. President Black Church. Is that what we should call him now? President Black Church. Hey, he was raised in it. He was fucking raised in it, guys. Who are you to question that? He said, I was raised in a black church. It's not hyperbole. It's fact. It's fact. I said it, therefore it is. I gotta find it on here. For some reason, some of the people, like when I tried to look it up on the laptop, like in the search on Instagram, some of them won't come up on there. Like my man at Right Wing Angel. When I look his up, it won't bring it up, but it'll bring it up in the stories. So I got to click on his page from there. It's weird. But shout out to Corey Yeshua. Guy following here. Very good. Father, family man. But he has a clip on here from our grandpa in chief. And you know he doesn't disappoint. You know everything that comes out of Biden's mouth is 100% truth. So if he tells me he was raised in the black church and he went to mass and the black church and one day hung out with the Puerto Ricans and drove trucks, then I believe you. What you got, man?
I got raised in the black church. He knows I'm not kidding.
I got my education for real.
For real. When I say it like that, you believe me.
In the black church. And that's not hyperbole, it's a fact.
Yep. Oh, God, where do they get all these Negroes? Is the pudding over there? Who's going to come get me? Wait a minute. Now, coming from somebody who was actually raised in the black church, Sloppy Joe, this is the part where you start clapping because that's what you do. And you might want to start singing along because if you were raised in the black church, there are going to be some songs that you know that they sing no matter where you go. Whatever black church you go to, there's some songs that they're going to sing. He said he was raised. That means from when you were a child until you were an adult. So you were raised in the black church, yet you stand there looking like this. Oh, man. They must have had a bunch of kids in the front row. You see his face?
I got raised in the black church. He knows I'm not kidding.
I got my education.
For real?
For real. In the black church. And that's not hyperbole. It's a
What kind of education? Do they have a classroom in the black church and they taught you? What does that mean? Your education about what?
fact.
Oh, look at them go. They love this stuff.
Clap your hands on these people. Tell us to God with a voice of Christ.
He's like, oh, where's the Sunday school class?
Come on, the power of the Lord.
There they are. Yeah, Sunday school. Oh, there they are. Look at all those young kids. Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8. This is great. He got his education in the black church. Mm-hmm. What exactly does that mean? Education. What? Tell me, somebody. The black church. Hey, he said it, therefore it is. What black church? What about where are the people? Since he wants so much credibility in the black community and he wants to pander, because you know Biden will forever be the captain of the USS Pander, right? Then why wouldn't you roll out these people, some people who went to church with you? You mean to tell me there aren't any people out there like, oh, I went to church with the resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? Where are these people? But he got real happy at the end. He must have spotted the daycare. Oh, I knew it. They told me they have a Sunday school here. Where are they? Ah, there they are. Just a couple strands of them. Stop me when I'm lying. Joe Stevens, thank you. Salute, Jericho. Keep doing what you are doing. Scout's honor. I sure will. He looked lost. And if you grew up if you were raised in the black church, the rhythm is going to rub off on you. I don't give a damn. Let's say you go in there, you ain't got no rhythm. You all fucked up. You don't know what to do. Do you mean to tell me 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 years, you're not going to be on beat? You're not going to learn? Just by being there, you're going to learn. So you were raised in the black church, but you can't clap at all. You didn't know what all this noise. I told you, turn down my hearing aid before I come out here. Peace out, Tammy A. Thank you for being here. Rome 13, that was a real episode of Lost. Yes, it was. Holy hell, what was that? Did it look like that man was raised in that environment? Did he look comfortable? Did he look like he was back at home? I didn't get none of that. I got, That's what I got. Where are these colored people around me? None of them have a basketball. Right? Yep. K. Grace, Black church, Catholic church. He was also raised with the Muslims and down in Panama with the Latinos. He went everywhere. What's that song? I've been everywhere, man. K. Grace, I hope you're not being facetious. Are you being play? Because he really did do that. You talk about busy. Biden was busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. He did it all. He was in South Africa. He was in the southern United States with the blacks, with the Puerto Ricans, with the Catholics, in the black church, driving 18-wheelers, hanging out with his dad and his grandpa to get all their nuggets, all their knowledge. Remember, you always, my dad used to say, and my grandpa. They all have these sayings. So when were you around them enough to hear all this and get all this information? And he went to church twice every day. I was up for 7:30 mass. Then I went to the black church. Where'd you find all this time, man? You must be 720 years old. Because how do you get all that shit done? Damn. And he has cancer. Because remember, he said, that's why me and most of the people I'm from have cancer. That's what he said. I'm just going off what he told me. I don't know if I can believe it or not, but it's what he said. Richard T says, Biden's parents were black. There you go. Now we figured it out. We finally figured it out. To spend that much time around black folks, you'd have to live with some of them. His parents are black. Makes sense. Thank you for that, Richard T. You finally cracked the case, man. Raquita Johnson, give him the MLK fan. Yeah, how come he didn't have one of those? You were raised in the black church and you don't got a fan with Mahalia Jackson like this on it in a red robe? You ain't black, Biden. You ain't black. Believe that shit. You're fucking a fan. I remember with the little wooden, little like a tongue depressor handle. And you had the square, almost, it was like a rounded square, if that makes sense. It looked like a little tiny TV screen. And it was a fan, and it was Mahalia Jackson in the prayer position like this, looking up, and she had a red choir robe on with like a white collar on the shirt. Where's yours at, Biden? Spunbear 65 says, dinner's ready. I'm out. Good for you, man. I know I can't compete with dinner. Nobody can. That's right, Raquita. She said, don't forget the funeral home listed on the back of the fan. Right. Hey, don't get me started on the damn benediction prayer. I don't know about those of you who grew up in the black church who really did, not like Sloppy Joe who really did. The benediction, which is the last prayer before you're out. Every kid in there is waiting for the benediction. You are repeatedly reading the program to find out when the benediction is so you can get the hell out of here. Okay? My Reverend Franklin, Reverend Benjamin Franklin. Oh, now that I think about it. Benjamin Franklin. Anyway, he was our pastor at New Hope Baptist Church in Seaside, California. And he was the stereotypical black preacher. And God, and they had the handkerchief and he's sweating and he's, catching the Holy Ghost and shit. And when he would do the benediction, the final prayer, oh my goodness. I remember looking up like this, because your head down, you bow your head, close your eyes. I remember looking up around at all these adults like, man, hurry up. And I'd be looking at the clock, dude, 20 minutes praying. Neck hurts from doing this. Do this for 20 minutes. And we finally got out of there. And he would tell you, turn to your neighbor and say something. I can't remember what it was, but you turn to your neighbor, shake their hand, say something to him. And that meant we were gone. But then you weren't out of there yet. You weren't free. You had to make it through the gauntlet of people that your mom and dad knew. Oh, sister so-and-so. Sister, come here. Come here. Look at him. Oh, I remember you when you were, oh, baby, you growing up so big. Take your mom 40 minutes to get outside. And then what happens when you get outside? You're in the parking lot. Oh, sister so-and-so. One hand on her hat so it doesn't blow away. Oh, my goodness. You ever try to get... You ever try to get out of a damn black church? Good luck. Good luck. Oh, my goodness. That's the truth, man. That is the truth. But he would know all that if he was raised in the black church. Yeah, man, Nellie Mac 91, that was his name, Reverend Ben Franklin. course, I didn't call him Benjamin. Didn't say Benjamin, but Ben Franklin. That was his name. R.I.P. He has since passed on. And the way I found out he was dead is I was at my grandma's funeral. And afterwards, I was kind of milling around, just reading the names and stuff. Because I would, like, when I go to the cemetery, I like to look and see how old they are, what year they were born, all that stuff. And I was like, Ben Franklin? Oh shit, no way! And I turned to my mom and she's like, "Oh yeah, you didn't know Pastor Franklin died?" I was like, "Oh shit, man." But yeah, you got somewhere to be. Do not go to a black church because you're gonna be late. Guaranteed. Oh man, and then when you had two churches in one day, you had to come back for evening service. Oh, dog. That's another 6 to 8 hours. Brian King B. Falcon says preachers are nothing but old pimps. You know what, man? In a lot of cases, that's true. In a lot of cases, that's true, and that's a shame because they ruin it for good preachers. I remember my grandpa, who I never met. But my dad would tell me that he was like one of those storefront preachers. He was a shady preacher. So that tainted my dad as far as religion goes because he saw it. He saw his dad was a shady preacher. So he figured they all were. And in a lot of cases they are. I mean, you're talking human beings here, and you have an opportunity to be in a position of power. And I mean, you're like a rock star. You're like a damn rock star. You got women who are after you, who are offering their bodies to you, knowing that you're not supposed to. You're a preacher. But there are a lot of temptations going on. And a lot of men fall prey to it. So I think a lot of preachers, I would say a lot of preachers, I would say most preachers are probably shady. Raquita Johnson, they should have Joe a tambourine occupy himself. No, he'll fuck up the whole beat. My mom used to tear that tambourine up. Oh, man. My mom used to be all tearing that. She'd be like, oh, no, double timing, triple timing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was raised in it. I was educated there. It's not hyperbole. It's a fact. Well, we know it's not a fact because you just said that it was. There's no need to say that. Just talk, fool. Wizard of Zaz. I like that. Thank you. Biden raised a flaming cross at a black church. No one could tell it was him. He probably did. He probably did. The ones jumping up and down, yelling the loudest, if they're not that, they're probably that. Oh, you're racist. You're racist. You're racist. Turns out that you are. Boom. Erica by Da Vinci. I thank you, miss. In her comfortable place of the Century Club. Thank you very much. Looking torn between bolting and fainting. It's hard. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know, like my dad would say, he didn't know whether to scratch his watch or wind his ass. They're so aggressive. Why are they yelling? But he was raised there. He was raised there. Didn't look like it. Did not look like he was very comfortable in those surroundings. Just didn't. That's true, Kay Grace. He was buddies with the Klan leader. Very true. Was it Robert Byrd? He was a recruiter for the Klan. He was talking the Klan up. He would make you want to join the Klan. What a good guy. What a nice guy. Indiana Bones, excuse me, says, I am not religious, but black churches have such a powerful energy. If I was asked again, I would be saying yes. Yeah, man, you can't deny it. I mean, in a black church, I've been in not even the sermon, but just the choir will give you goosebumps. Just the voices are so powerful and the melody. It's awesome. It's an event. You ain't falling asleep in a black church. And don't let it be a Sunday where a church is visiting your church. Uh-oh, scoot over. We got to squeeze into those pews. Let's get some chairs down the aisle. And their preacher would come over and preach at our church. It was a trip, man. If black churches are definitely exciting. I remember going to a church in Mississippi. Oh my goodness. And this little girl, she was like 12 years old and she was singing a solo and she had like a record deal. I remember hearing some people talk about that. I mean, whew, shit. But looked to me like he had never been to one. D's Nut says, hell, I was born in a black church, and that's not hyperbole. Biden was probably born in the pulpit of a black church during Easter Sunday. That's how black he is. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Miss Pepsi Girl, what's up? He looked confused like my 97-year-old grandma at Christmas. She didn't know what to do. R.I.P. Exactly. He was in his hands. He didn't even try to clap, bro. You were raised there and you're not clapping? Come on, man. Get out of here with that shit. Oscar Gonzalez, some preachers grab them in the biscuits. They do. They do. I remember there being scandal at our church one time because of shit like that. They had a TV show called Preachers of LA, I think it was called. And these guys, you know, one of the preachers said, you got women. He said he's had women come up to him and shake his hand after church and slip him their phone number. And you have constant temptations like that, and others, money, all this other kind of shit. And you mean to tell me all of them are on the up and up? None of them are taking the bait? None of them? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I don't believe that. I don't believe that shit. Amy says it would have been great if he yelled out, sexual chocolate. But he would have meant, we know that's not what he meant. He would not be referring to that movie. And that's a shame. My goodness. Just, he was raised there in the black church. And you stood there looking like, get me out of here. Oh, what a piece of shit. Oh, Wetworks 57, Jim and Tammy Faye Baker. Oh, yeah, they were big in the 80s. And there was some scandal with them. He was fucking with the money or something, or cheating on her, or both. Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that like on the tabloids and stuff in the grocery store and on the news and everything. Jim and Tammy Faye Baker. I remember that woman had all the makeup in the world on her face. Man, oh man. I was raised around these people. You people. What a shame. Okay, let's get to the main course, shall we? Shall we? Alec Baldwin charged. You know what? Here, first let's look this up. Manslaughter. Involuntary manslaughter. Whoops. There we go. Involuntary manslaughter law. Involuntary manslaughter is defined as an unintentional killing that results either from recklessness or criminal negligence or from the commission of a low-level criminal act such as a misdemeanor. Involuntary manslaughter is distinguished from other forms of homicide because it does not require deliberation or premeditation or even intent. Since these mental states are not required, involuntary manslaughter is the lowest category of homicide. So there doesn't need to be, I meant to do this, even if it's in the heat of the moment. And premeditation, you didn't think of it before. And you could also not have to, I didn't mean to. It's involuntary manslaughter. Now, recklessness and criminal negligence. The first type of involuntary manslaughter occurs when a defendant recklessly or negligently commits an act that results in the death of another person. That's definitely this. Recklessness usually means that the defendant was aware of the risk that they were creating, while negligence usually means that the defendant was not aware of the risk, but reasonably should have been aware of it. Okay, so recklessness usually means that the defendant was aware of the risk, and that they were creating, while negligence usually means that the defendant was not aware, but they should have been. So the level of negligence required for involuntary manslaughter is higher than normal civil negligence and requires that the defendant have acted in a very unreasonable manner. The exact language used to describe this negligence standard varies by state, but many refer to it as criminal negligence or gross negligence. So yeah, that's basically what he did. His actions were reckless in nature and resulted in the death of somebody. Man. And that's terrible. You know, that woman, she thought she was going to work. Another day on the set. Let's do it. Little did she know that would be her last day because of somebody being a dumbass. And if he's afraid of guns, then why would you act so reckless? Why wouldn't you just be like, I don't even want to touch it until I have to? Why would you be pulling the trigger and pointing it at somebody and pulling the trigger? Because that's how you set guns off. You don't sit them down. You don't slam them. You got to pull the trigger. So you're pointing that gun at someone and pull the trigger. Wow. Alec Baldwin charged with involuntary manslaughter in Rust movie set shooting. Killing. Don't call it a shooting because she didn't live. It was a killing. Alec Baldwin will be criminally charged by New Mexico prosecutors for the 2021 fatal shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of the film Rust, authorities said on Thursday. Baldwin, the Emmy-winning star of 30 Rock and dozens of films, including The shot the bullet that killed Hutchins. Baldwin said he didn't pull the trigger. In an ABC interview, an FBI forensic report obtained by ABC uncovered that despite Baldwin's denial, the gun could not have gone off without the trigger being pulled. What do you call that? We call that when you lie about something. Forget it. So yeah, that's how guns work. That's how they are designed. That's why you don't take a gun and slam it on the table to shoot somebody. You don't drop it on the ground to shoot somebody. You point it at them and you pull that trigger because the trigger is connected to the trigger is connected to the firing pin bone, and the firing pin bone is connected. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. How could you be so stupid? I didn't pull the trigger, and how the fuck did it go off? Baldwin and the movie's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, each will be charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Oh, she's getting it too. One of the involuntary manslaughter counts is one in which prosecutors will have to prove there is underlying negligence, prosecutors said. This is a 4th-degree felony that carries a sentence of up to 18 months in jail and a $5,000 fine. That's pretty weak. The second involuntary manslaughter charge is one for the commission of a lawful act. A more severe charge, which requires proof that there was no more than simple negligence involved in a death, prosecutors said. This charge includes a firearm enhancement, which adds a mandatory penalty of 5 years of prison. Now we're getting there. Baldwin and Gutierrez Reed will be charged under a standard called charged in the alternative. If the case ends up going to trial, a jury will determine which of the 2 charges they're guilty of. And I would think that Baldwin and this Gutierrez lady don't want to go to trial, because you're going to have the witness sitting up there saying, and then he pointed it at her, and the jury's going to be like, uh-oh. Rust, Assistant Director David Halls, signed a plea deal for the charge of negligent use of a deadly weapon, resulting in a suspended sentence and 6 months of probation. Uh-oh, they're rolling over. You better get out those dog treats because they're rolling over. If any one of these 3 people, Alec Baldwin, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, or David Halls, had done their job, Helena Hutchins would be alive today. It's that simple. Andrea Reeb, the special prosecutor on the case, said in a statement Thursday. The evidence clearly shows a pattern of criminal disregard for safety on the Rust film set. No doubt there. No doubt. Because why didn't somebody say, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Don't point that. Don't even hold it until we're ready. The prosecutor's decision is a terrible miscarriage of justice, said Luke Nikas, Baldwin's attorney. Mr. Baldwin had no reason to believe there was a live bullet in the gun or anywhere on the movie set. He relied on the professionals with whom he worked who assured him the gun did not have live rounds. He will fight these charges and we will win. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they told you. You treat that gun as if there's a live round in it. If you did that, then it doesn't matter what those people said, and you wouldn't have to rely on shit. Gutierrez Reed's attorneys called it very flawed investigation. Hannah is and has always been very emotional and sad about this tragic accident, but she did not commit involuntary manslaughter, they said. The lawyers, relatives of Hutchins thanked authorities for pursuing the charges. And they said, is a comfort to the family that in New Mexico, no one is above the law. Attorney Brian Panish said, we support the charges, will fully cooperate with this prosecution, and fervently hope the justice system works to protect the public and hold accountable those who break the law. I hope so. Says Hutchins, who was shot and killed October 21st, 2021, during a scene where Baldwin used a gun that was filled with live bullet rounds instead of dummies, which is against Hollywood film standards. Joel Souza, the movie's director, was injured by the bullet, but later recovered. Yeah, the bullet went through her and hit him. I think it hit him in the arm or something. Well, why are there live rounds on set? Period. Why are they even there? Why would you bring live ammunition to a movie set and then load it in the gun? Wow. Hall, the movie's assistant director, admitted less than a week after the shooting that he had not properly checked the gun for safety before handling it to the film's armorer, Gutierrez Reed, who would pass it along to Baldwin for the scene. So it looks like Gutierrez Reed should have checked it again. And it looks like Baldwin, if he had done what he was supposed to, none of this would have happened. Hutchins' death amplified a wave of rallying cries for safer filming protocols on movie sets. Her family ultimately sued Baldwin and the film producers in February 2022 for wrongful death. The lawsuit was settled in October, and the movie resumed filming with Matt Hutchins, the widower of Helena, serving as executive producer. That's sad, man. And there's no amount of titles they can give you or things you can do to bring her back, man. That's really fucked up. But I don't understand why in the hell would the live rounds even be there? How the fuck did they get in the gun? How the fuck did they get past the armorer? That's in the title. You're an armorer. That's fucked up, man. I hope you don't get away with no 18 months bullshit probation. You got to do your time, man. That's fucked up. That woman lost her life, no matter who you are. Salty Dog 339. Thank you for the Hamilton. He says, cheers, mofo. Well, thank you, mofo. Appreciate that. Yeah, Mouse C, it's 18 months max, but if they get that gun charge on there, it'll be 5 years. It'll be 5 years. Sad, man. I just don't understand. I just don't understand how that many people failed, and why were there live rounds on set? Why were there live rounds on set? Even if you're the whoever, and why was the gun handed to the armorer who handed it to him? Why didn't the armorer have the gun to begin with? Because they're the armorer. But if you find that you're on set with live rounds, you leave that shit in your vehicle or take it to your vehicle. You get it out of there. These are people. They're not perfect. Going to make mistakes. Oh, shit, I brought live rounds. Get them the fuck out of here. What, is this a movie? You fucking found the live rounds, opened the box, left it on the table. What's that? You walk away, someone comes over. Oh, this must be it. What the fuck happened? That's weird, man. That poor lady, her poor family. Again, nothing they do or say is going to bring her back. Nothing they do or say is going to fill that hole in their heart or make them feel any better. That's just stupid, man. That's just stupid. How'd that even happen? What are you guys doing? Why were there live bullets there in the first place? Sky Pilot. You don't even fire blank straight at people. It's all angles in the movies. Exactly. So how? Again, that's just stupidity. Why would you aim your gun at that lady? You shot her in the stomach. That means you were aiming the gun at her and you pulled the trigger. Were you fucking around? Hey, look. Hey, Alex, stop. Don't point that thing. What? It's not loaded. You idiot. What are you, a frat boy? What the hell's wrong with you, man? That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That just doesn't make any sense. Matthew Coolidge, even blanks have to be checked for any debris in the ammo. Same thing happened to Brandon Lee. Exactly. I was going to bring that up. Same thing happened to him. There was something, there was like double rounds or something in there. There was something in front of the blank. And when the blank went off, it shot the projectile, and that's what shot Brandon Lee and killed him. It shot him and hit him in his spine. Shrapnel. Unfortunately, I doubt he'll see a day in jail. I hope you're wrong. I think if it goes to trial, he will. I think it's his best chance for going to jail, at least, if it goes to trial. That's just so stupid on so many levels. Brian King B. Falcon. After a few rounds, I start shooting blanks. Not the same thing, Brian. I know what you mean. Tell me about it. But not the same thing. If they were doing that, probably nobody would have gotten killed. But that is Hollywood, so you never know. Man, oh man, that's just so stupid. And then why are all those people involved? Why would the armorer hand the gun to somebody else to hand to him? I'm the armorer. I have control of the weapons. It's they're in my hands. When you're ready, let me know. And I will hand it to Alec Baldwin after I've checked, rechecked, and checked one more time. What worked 57? Play time. It's always play time here. Always. But definitely keep our finger on the pulse of this damn story. Indiana Bones, he did bully women. He did. Was that his daughter? He called her a pig. So, what an asshole. Oh, man, what a piece of trash. Yeah. Wait, let me see who said that. Juan Asensio, because the armorer is an idiot. Must be 100% idiot. That just don't make any sense. Too many damn chiefs involved. Not enough Indians on that one. Fuck you guys doing? No, we're not gonna have these people handing guns off to. I'm the armorer. I hand the gun to him. He uses it in the scene. Give it right back to me. Yeah, Amy Canizaro. Yeah, when she was little. What a dick, right? You fucking monster. You don't talk to your daughter like that. Fucking dick. Anyway, man, what a live stream that has been, guys. Hopefully, and the one that I did yesterday got taken down for copyright. I don't know why. I guess it was maybe it was the clip, because it just says the person's name. It doesn't tell me what clip that I played. But it got taken down for copyright. And it might have been the video, the clip that I showed of the Ku Klux Klan's owner of the Miss Universe. Hey, fuck you, man. Expose the women for equality in the world and the women. Fuck you, man. Whatever. If you were here and you saw it, it's forever in your memory because they took it down. Dicks. Whatever. I don't care. We'll keep going. But I thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Preach. I think today I actually have nothing to do after. So I think I might actually be able to chill with my family. We'll see. That's right, Brian King B. Falcon. Eat your vegetables and say your prayers, brother. Brother. Appreciate that. Thank you, guys. You were great. I was great. We were great. Happy birthday to Mandy Westcott and LGH, Lord German Husbando. I thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here every damn day. I thank you for your super chats, your questions, your comments, your participation. Thank you guys. Because you guys, the things you say and the questions you have, it helps the show along. It might take it in another direction, that I wasn't even thinking about. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Say it with me, damn it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.